Alrighty, I've already talked about Captain Lou and Danny Wells tottering around as the Mario Brothers, but one reoccurring bit that I never mentioned was how often they would hype up Zelda Fridays. How excited they were to big up the Zelda cartoon, which, by this point, I've reviewed that too. But this is the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Or Club Mario, God help me. I came here to see plumbers jumping on turtles, so forget Zelda Fridays, we are going to watch one episode of the Super Mario Brothers cartoon for every other weekday.
It's the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's the game. Found the secret water zone while working on the drain. Lend the princess a hand in the mushroom land. Join the action with the plumbers, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
Yes, you are hearing that right. The Mario cartoon segment starts with a reprise of the Super Show's rap intro. So here's hoping you like that tune, because you're gonna hear it a lot. Notice how there's a glaring animation error in the opening, with the floor underneath Mario being invisible for the final shot? Well, that's a good metric of how many visual hiccups there are in this show. As clarified by the opening, this show features Mario, Luigi, Princess Toadstool, and Toad, who all encounter King Koopa in all manner of settings. Some based on Super Mario Bros. 1 and 2, some being based on classic literature, and a lot of them being parodies of popular media. Anyway, starting with a Monday episode, we have episode 1, The Bird, the Bird.
Plumber's Log number 101, The Land of Ice. Me and my brother Luigi had just rescued Princess Toadstool from King Koopa, and we're looking for the magic that would set her kingdom free and get us home to Brooklyn.
Every episode starts with a plumber's log in reference to Star Trek, because why not? And this episode is probably as basic as they come, with Toad being snatched up by a short-sighted Birdo. Birdo can't fly, last time I checked, but I guess she has bird in her name, so artistic license was taken.
Don't worry, Princess. Luigi and me will climb that mountain before you can say spaghetti and meatballs. I can't! I'm allergic to mountains!
Mario's defining character trait is that he's Italian. He is deeply obsessed with Italian food and is emboldened by it in the same way that Scooby is emboldened by snacks. Luigi, on the other hand, is a goofy coward and... honestly, I have to give the show props for getting Luigi's character completely right this early on. You know, before even Nintendo did it.
Bird, 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 bird. The bird's a word, a well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word, a well, a bird, 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 a well, a bird.
Hey, what's your big idea?
The song's copyrighted. Shouldn't be in this episode.
Okay, to clear things up, this show absolutely loved using licensed music when it first aired, with most episodes having musical interludes. And the songs chosen were almost always, unironically, bangers. However, much like this video will inevitably be hammered by Content ID, Deke would eventually get hammered by their expired licenses, forcing them to rely on stock music and awkward pauses for future releases. If you watch this show on, say, Netflix and find a long period with little to no dialogue and reused animation, chances are you've just been deprived of a hit song.
You're not my mommy! You're such a joke!
With Toad confused for Baby Cheapy, the rest of the party continue their rescue efforts, only to be spotted by some of King Koopa's spies.
When I want my feet licked, I'll ask for it. I want my feet licked. This will be the last time those pinhead plumbers throw a monkey wrench into my evil plan. It's a ba-bum! And I was hoping for a nice salami sandwich.
Yeah, this is most of the dialogue in the show. It can be a little silly, but it definitely has a piece in my heart. Sorry, I know my pun game isn't quite strong enough. I cannelloni, try my best.
It's an avalanche! Let's get out of here!
So, after dealing with bombings, avalanches, and snow-ins, the three find the real Cheapy encased in a perfectly square block of ice. How did you get like this? And Toad, forced into one of Cheapy's flying lessons, completely shatters my perception of reality.
Parachute!
Has he always been able to do that?
It's all over, scum scrubbers! Ah! Who threw that vegetable?
Oh, have you not heard? It was my understanding that everyone had heard.
Heard what?
So, with Koopa forced to retreat by weaponized vegetables, a reference to Mario 2, or Doki Doki Literature Club, the gang settled down for a spaghetti reward, which turns out to be a worm. Oh, the hilarity.
Worms?
But if it was spaghetti, it would have been one thick noodle, served only to Mario. Toad wasn't even offered a plate. Birdo, you're a terrible host. Next up, we have a Tuesday episode, and while a lot of them have very tantalizing names, I can't resist the biblical allure of episode 34, the 10 Koopmandments.
Thou shalt give Koopa all your gold coins.
Commandment number 2. Thou shalt hire no plumbers.
Mamma mia, look at Koopmandment number 6. Thou shalt eat no pasta. This time, that crummy Koopa's gone too far.
Well, I'm no longer prescribing to Koopa's religious teachings. Enjoy your clogged sinks, I'll be on my way.
Welcome. We're the three mushrooms. Kelly, Larry, and Momar.
Oh! I was expecting Toads here. Not the bastard children of the Three Stooges and the Lollipop Guild.
Round up the Koopa pack. We're going back to that village and nab the last of the mushroom people.
As you command, rancid one.
Koopa turning Toads into blocks is actually quite an interesting nod to the original Super Mario Bros., where, according to the instruction manual, the exact same is true. So yeah, anytime you've broken a block in that game, you were in fact snuffing out an innocent life. You monster.
Pillage the village till you find that trio of Toadstool.
They're also sumos! I somehow didn't even notice before that they are also sumos!
Why, you hit the wrong guys, fungus brains.
The Sumo Munchkin Stooges are immediately bricked, and the gang are captured by Koop Tut. Okay, well, if you weren't all having simultaneous Vietnam flashbacks there, you probably could have done something about that. Like, you're not even restrained.
I want my mummy.
Will you settle for a mummy? Look!
Creeping calzone.
Let's make like a bug and flee.
Okay, this chase is long and awkward enough that a copyrighted song was definitely removed from it. So which is it? Okay, David, you don't have to reference it. Exercise some self-control. Oh, okay, you're referencing it right now? Oh, okay, fuck it. Do what you want.
Emergency exit.
Huh. Well, that's useful, isn't it? Shawshank Redemption? Emergency exit. Prison Break? Emergency exit. Every horror film ever made? You better fucking believe emergency exit. Now free from captivity, Mario sneaks up to a sleeping King Koopa, stealing his staff and undoing his magic.
Magic mozzarella. The Kooping's bricks have been turned back into mushroom people.
This right here is the last thing you see before you die. Anyways, I'm sure you can all guess how this episode ends. Luigi being a coward isn't the only thing this show preempted about the Mario series, though. Mario Odyssey, Super Paper Mario, both of these games bragged a plotline revolving around Princess Peach being the victim of a shotgun wedding with Bowser. However, episode 19, Do You Princess Toadstool Take This Koopa, got there first, all the way back in the 1980s. This episode begins with King Koopa having already won, about to flatten the Mario Brothers at that. In response, Toadstool offers him her hand in marriage in exchange for their safety.
Don't do it, Princess! We'll get you out of this! Somehow, we will.
Okay, I'll do it.
I knew I was irresistible.
If you promise to free the Marios and restore Toad and my mushroom people to life.
Tell you what.
The deal is done, and the Mario Brothers are left to tunnel out with a smuggled-in pair of spoons. Please do not ask me where they were hiding those spoons. Just watching this clip, my inner health and safety inspector is screaming.
You'll make an awesome groom, your royal repulsiveness.
All right, everyone, it's now time to decide which Bowser looks best in his wedding suit. Okay, the votes are in, and the winner is Odyssey Bowser, with Paper Bowser in a close second, and King Koopa thwarted again. Sorry, KK, I did like your purple trousers.
Goodbye, Toad. Goodbye, my people. Goodbye and good luck.
Despite the fact that Koopa has pretty much won the episode, he can't help but double-cross his bride-to-be and re-petrifies Toadstool's subjects, prompting a freshly emerged Mario and Luigi to stage a rescue.
What do you want? We're caterers and... Caterers?
Ah yes, Italian chefs. Very out of character, they'll never figure you out.
What took you so long to find a nice girl and settle down anyway?
Okay, up to this point, this series was just kind of plodding along and I was just along for the ride. But the arrival of King Koopa's doting glam rock mother has absolutely bumped this show up for me.
So how come you're not dressed yet, you bad little boy?
Yes, Mama. Right, Mama. Sorry, Mama.
While Koopa sorts himself out, Mario and Luigi make their way into his private quarters, preparing themselves for a rescue.
And Super Luigi.
I
Cut the wedding.
Okay, maybe a little overkill going straight in with an arson attack, but, you know, definitely makes for a story that the survivors won't forget anytime soon.
Now I'll have to tell all the relatives that Stupid Koopmans is still a bachelor.
Finally, we have our Thursday episode. Episode 32, Bad Rap.
Plumber's log number 224 rapped Land isn't rapping anymore. Koopa took their king and the money too. We're here to figure out what to do.
This episode is full of rhymes, but it likes to pause at random times. Must be hard to keep the flow with the strict constraints of a cartoon show.
I'll bet Koopa's gonna get that gold.
But how's he making them do what they're told?
Lacking rhythm, stuck in a stupor. Gets no better when we hear King Koopa.
I'm rapping Koopa. Do what I say. Bring me your gold coins right away.
Not sure who these are supposed to be. Looked them up online. It's D and Steve.
We're the Flat Boys. Hidey ho. This Koopa dude got to go.
He trapped King James in his castle. To get him out, it's going to be a great big hassle.
Koopa's bad rap done zombie the town, but earphones saved us from his sound.
Well, let's get snapping and stop Koopa's rapping.
How hard is it to time your shit? I've committed myself now to this bit.
Well, here's the place. It's all going down.
These awkward pauses make me frown. The mayor's clearly just James Brown. These lyrics written by a clown.
Gotta do something quick or he'll ruin the town. Princess Luigi, help me grab. We gotta stop this mound of flare.
Whoa, Mario, don't gotta be mean. Hot kettle black, you're far from lean. Moving on from talk away, the gang attempt to infiltrate. Quickly busted, Toadstool's bound. Toad steps in with a turnaround.
One more spin will be the end of you two.
Toad, you're the best. Thank you, thank you.
This pregnant pause is weirdly long. I know why. Copyrighted song?
Wow, I feel good. I knew that I would now. I feel good. I knew that I would now. So good, 'cause I got you. Wow.
All it takes is one big yeet to make King K admit defeat. And since this gimmick's lost its steam, let's just replay this show's main theme.
Hooked on the brothers.
Mario, you're so cool. You're number one in a rapping duel.
Okay, that time it looks like you made it awkward on purpose. Well, in the end, I think we managed to get a good idea of Mario's animated adventures. And that, honestly, was just a taster, with other highlights including Toad Warriors, Star Koopa, Robo Koopa, and the Super Mario Bros. Super Literature Club. Link in the description. However, as I said before, this animated series was based only on Super Mario Bros. 1 and 2, with Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World having their very own standalone series. So, I'll be serving those up for you at a later date. Like a fresh plate of piping hot pizza, with a steamy side order of the Wizard, if you ask nicely. Thank you all for watching, and a really special thank you to all of my patrons. Anonymous, Cody Jones, Dan Brown, Fitzwilliam Ramsbottom, Pixel Pusher, Ravi Poodle, Romeo, Shame Boy, Thomas Walker, and Toon Pirates. Y'all are amazing.
You go to hell before you die.